And hi again, I'm Dylan Black. It's Daytime Ottawa right here on Rogers TV. You know what? The 14th annual Red and White Foodie Fundraiser assists an incredible cause, and it's coming February 27th. We get all the details right now as we say hello to Sandra Petersen, who is the Fundraising and Brand Development Manager of Harmony House. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, thanks for having us.
It's good to have you back in the program. And David Godsoe is with us as well, Executive Chef. You are with the 18 Hospitality Group. It's good to have you here, David.
Thank you, Dylan.
How many are in that hospitality group? How many restaurants are there?
We have 5 restaurants in total. So we have Restaurant 18, which is our flagship restaurant, as well as Side Door, Social, the Clarendon, and Jackson at the Ottawa Art Gallery.
And you're in charge of 4 of them, is that correct?
Yes, I just took on Jackson in January.
Busy man.
Yeah, busy man. But it's a lot of fun. It's a growing group. We've got a lot of really good stuff coming. We have a couple projects on the way for this year as well.
That's good.
So it'll be a busy year for us again this year.
Good work. Sandra, okay, so as we talk about Harmony House, now this is a second stage women's shelter, and it's been around for quite some time at this point.
Yeah, we've actually been around for just over 34 years now, and we work specifically with women and children who are fleeing abuse or violence. And second stage just means that we're more of a transitional shelter than an emergency shelter. So women would have their own unit, they would stay for longer periods of time, say 1 to 2 years, while we help them transition out of a violent situation and rebuild their lives and get them back safely into the community.
Quite an important place.
It is very important, yes.
Okay. So you need fundraisers like this.
Absolutely. This is, the Red and White is actually our biggest foodie fundraiser. So as you mentioned, it's the 14th annual one, and which is kind of fun. So it started very small at a church and was more of a wine pairing event, and it has now grown into this wonderful event where we have feature chefs like David from 18 and of course Chef Jordan from Riviera.
Okay, keeps getting bigger and better. It evolves every year. Look, you can't stop a chef from preparing stuff. You didn't even ask him to, and he's just going for it, which is great. So David, what exactly is this? Is going to be one of the items that are on the menu?
It's looking like that. Jordan Holly and I are still sort of confirming the menu right now, but we both sort of agreed one thing. Both complimentary dishes that we both run on our menus is Crudos. We love representing really good quality products, and the best way to represent them is by serving them raw in their purest form. So it's something that we're likely going to have on the menu there.
Okay, so this is a Yellowfin tuna Crudo?
This is, yeah. So we're making a Yellowfin tuna Crudo. I'm going to be dressing it with a little bit of yuzu and blue algae. So yuzu is a sort of type of citrus, and the blue algae is super healthy for you. You'll see it in really healthy smoothies. Yeah. I love it primarily for the color, as well as it does add a little bit of sweetness that's kind of needed to balance out the citrus of the yuzu.
Where does blue algae come from?
It's exactly that. It's sort of grown in. It's also known as stevia. Yes. So it's grown in primarily in tanks and then harvested that way.
Okay, interesting. I'm learning something here with you guys for sure. Okay, so tell us about some of the other featured items that are going to be there, Sandra.
Well, like we mentioned, so the big draw of the night, of course, is having the 2 amazing chefs, and that's the great thing about this event is that we really focus on working with local community vendors and partners. It's just a great way for the community to give back, to do something that they're passionate about, and it allows us to showcase what great partners we do have here in Ottawa. So we have like Sita Sausage, Nat's Bread. Our table wine this year is being sponsored by Vineland Estates. We've got Grange from Prince Edward County coming. We've got some new beers, breweries with the Matron Brewery and also Orleans Brewing Company. And then, of course, we'll have our amazing auctionista back with us this year.
Who's this again? Because I remember we were talking about her last year.
Yeah,
correct?
Exactly. So Lane, the auctionista, she is a self-proclaimed philanthrotainer.
Wow, that's a title.
Yeah, she does exactly that. So she brings not only entertainment, but she's great at what she does. So we have some great live auction items like a fully stocked wine fridge.
Wow.
Which I know that'll be a hot ticket item. We'll have to stop all of the people involved from bidding on that. But so she does a great job at raising money, but also the awareness piece as well. We're lucky enough this year to have a past resident come and speak to us as well and share her story and how Harmony House has helped her. And today she's living on her own in the community. She was able to get her children back. She also just finished school and is now working as an ECE. So
really?
Yeah, so lots of great things, and it's all because
Harmony House exists?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. Okay, all right. So David, why is it so important for your restaurant group to be a part of this?
I think we try to get involved with a number of charities throughout the year. I think it's important for us to give back into the community, especially someone like the Harmony House. It's a women's shelter. Fortunately, I don't have anyone that I know that has been needed that resource. But you hear the testimonies that we hear every year at the Red and White Gala from girls or women that have had their lives transformed by it. It's really, really moving. I remember the one last year I was almost tearing up on stage. So it was they're pretty moving, and it's really, it's I love being a part of it. This is be my third one.
Good, congratulations. It's always great to have that human face as well
Absolutely.
to an event like this, so we can really see where the impact is being made. Okay, so dress code, which is interesting because, I mean, you want to be sort of fancy, but you're hoping that there's a couple of colors.
Yeah, well, we've been called the Red and White for 14 years, and as I mentioned, the event evolved from a wine pairing event, so obviously that meant for wine, but every year people ask me, should I be dressing in red and white? And in the past I say, well, it's sort of up to you, but this year we're encouraging it. Because why not? It's fun to dress up, and it's fun to have a theme, and definitely more cocktail style dressing. But it's actually really, for me, exciting to see what outfits people are wearing and how they come dressed. So
super fun.
It's another element. Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at that food before we wrap this segment up. And so that is a Yellowfin tuna crudo, correct?
Yeah, Yellowfin tuna crudo that we've dressed with a little bit of yuzu and blue algae. That's on the base, garnished with some puffed amaranth, as well as some serrano chilies, cilantro, radish. And at the very end, this is a pretty cool item. It kind of doesn't necessarily look as the most pleasant, but it's actually lobster botarga that we make in-house. So we harvest all the eggs from the lobsters that we get, and when we get them in, cure them, smoke them, and dry age them.
Looks good. Amazing. Thursday, February 27th, it's happening. Harmony House, ws.com for details and tickets. Sandra, David, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
More coming up on Daytime. Don't go anywhere.